Good Wednesday morning, patrons. I've got some winners from last night's games. And a quick shout out to Morning Warriors, Linda McDaniel and Mary Catherine Bulch for winning Lisa Gray's carry game yesterday. So usually we focus on RBC results, but wanted to give them a shout out. They're longtime patrons of mine. And yeah, they won that game yesterday. Pretty big game. So over at the RBC, it was in the limited game, Marlon Glado and Lynn Culverd coming in third. In the open game, it was Barbara Hudson in fourth, Susan Gilbert in fifth, Collins Williams in sixth, May and Sally finished seventh, and also placing were Karen Popovich, Blue Greenberg, and the partnership of Eileen Bach and Renee Getz. So congrats to all of last night's winners. What we're going to do today is an auction review for the 22 hands that got played last night. These are, again, the same hands that are used in the limited game that are used in the open game. So what I'm saying should be applicable to both. And we'll just kind of concentrate on our fundamentals here. I do have one other thing to say. Welcome to the pirate ship to new patron Susie Goldberg. She joined up this week. I hope you have a lot of fun here. And yeah, welcome aboard, Susie. So let's go to the hands from last night and talk about how they might have been bid. And again, guys, I know I always do this, but a caveat that this isn't necessarily how you have to bid the hands. These are just suggestions and suggestions for, the thoughts that I would be having as I'm bidding these hands. All right. So here's Henry and my results on the right side. We might reference those if we want to look at like how something match points. All right. So we're going to begin with North holding a balanced 14, no 5-card major. Not enough for no trump, so we just open our longer minor. That's diamonds. East, if you remember, a callback to our overcalling checklist from last week's videos. Possible it was 2 weeks ago. We don't have enough for a 1 no trump overcall. We don't have a 5-card suit. We don't have short diamonds. Therefore, we are going to pass with this hand, even though, had we been dealer, we would have opened a club on 3-3 shape in the minors. But here it's a pass. South has one of those hands where you might be tempted to bid a heart. Here, it's such a bad hand. You have a little bit of a fit for diamonds and you're not vulnerable. So that not vulnerable thing is pretty big. One of the reasons we'd be scared to pass one of a minor usually is that we think there's a good chance that partner is going for 200 in one of a minor. Here, that's not really a concern. So I would be a passer with the South hand. And then West is going to balance with a spade. That looks pretty clear. At this point, there is no reason for North to continue on with this bidding, right? He loves spades. He's got a partner who couldn't respond to 1 diamond. I can't imagine North getting back into this auction at this point. So it goes a spade. East is going to show a limit raise or better for spades, right? It's 3 spades. It's 13 points. Notice that your partner balanced and you still get to catch up with your 13 points. So I think back to East's original pass of 1 diamond, I'm guessing that a lot of people's hesitation to pass with hands like these is they're scared that they're not going to be able to catch up later. Well, that's not usually true. Here we're going to get to tell partner we have a very nice passed hand with spade support. We're going to do that by Q-bidding the opponent's suit. So we're going to bid 2 diamonds here. If we check our loser count, it's 2 spades, 2.5 clubs, 2 diamonds, 1.5 hearts. So we have 8 losers. And again, when you're 4-3-3, you're going to end up having more losers and a less powerful offensive hand than just thinking in terms of high card points might point you. So it went past. I would do the loser count for West also. I have poor trumps. Poor trumps is always if you're on the fence with poor trumps, always tend to go low. So here I have 2.5 spade losers, a heart is 3.5, 2 clubs is 5.5, a diamond is 6.5. And I'm going to play my partner for 8 losers since 7 losers is a minimum opening hand. And what he suggested here is that he has a limit raise or better. So I feel like I've got a tiny bit extra. Against that, I don't love the Queen of Diamonds sitting underneath where the King of Diamonds probably is. Like, look, I realize on this hand, the king of diamonds turns out to be in partner's hand, and the queen of diamonds is pulling its full weight. But if you're just guessing about how to dynamically evaluate your hand here, you don't love the fact that the points and the one diamond opening is sitting over you. Okay, so with this two diamond bid, I'm not sure what to do, which probably should lead me towards an invite, maybe. So what if I made a game try here? What would my game try be? I suppose I could bid two no trump as a game try. And that would kind of highlight that I have some diamond wastage. I think I'm talking myself into two no trump as the game try here. Double stopper in their suit. I don't want to bid two hearts, but obviously because I have one of those. Just seems like two no trump if we're playing natural, not fancy game tries is the idea here. And as East, I might just raise to three no trump at this point. I have as much as I can have, really, high card point wise. I think I might try three no trump. And if we look at how good a contract three no trump is here, let's see. We're going to get three clubs and three diamonds. We're going to get a heart and a spade. Against that, if we were in spades, we probably usually have two spade losers and the ace of clubs. Turns out that the trumps are 4-1, so four spades is going to fail. Let's ask the double dummy what three no is slated to do here. It looks like three no is a maker, actually, and four spades would be down one. This isn't necessarily like some great triumph, but three no trump is the making game here, and this is how you might reasonably get to it. Right, four spades is down one. You have three trump losers and the ace of clubs. So yeah. East has a very nice hand, 5-5, 17 count, spades and diamonds. Open a spade. South would overcall two clubs. This is a Lance approved 2-level overcall. You get a pass by West. As North, I think I would give a gentle raise to three clubs here, even with the vulnerability as it is, since I do have four trumps and a singleton in on the side. East definitely wants to get the other suit on the table here, even though partner could be broke. White on red, you have two 5-card suits. You have a chance to bid a 3-level. We definitely want to bid three diamonds here. And I think I've kind of said my piece at South. West at this point could get fairly excited, right? With the king of spades and 5 trumps. I think this is probably worth a raise at this point. And if I were East, I would think to myself, okay, my partner's not going out of his way to stretch to thin games here. Do I have anything extra? Well, it sounds like he's probably short in spades since he didn't give me a spade raise initially or a negative double. And now he's found a raise to 4 diamonds. I'm not too worried about losing any spades. So it sounds like I'll probably rough my spade losers in the dummy. Is it reasonable to think that he can cover one of my round suit losers, like the ace of clubs or the ace of hearts, the queen of hearts? I kind of think I have enough to bid the game here, and I would bid 5 diamonds. That's going to go pass, pass, pass. As it turns out, this one's pretty easy, right? You just lose a heart and a club, 5 diamonds making. My partner and I were I guess, the only ones who bid this one. Let's see, other tables. Yeah, there was one other pair that bid 5 diamonds. Bob White and Glenn Anderson. Okay, anyway, I think you can get to 5 diamonds on these tables, on these hands. Moving on to 3. We're going to have 2 passes, followed by North's huge hand will open a diamond. It is 21 friends with 5-4 shape with a singleton ace of clubs. My initial plan, if I'm sitting north here, is open a diamond and jump shift into spades. Jump shifting is a little bit different than reversing, right? Jump shifts are game forcing. So if I conduct an auction here, like, I open a diamond, partner responds a heart, and I bid 2 spades, that's 100% game forcing. Another way to jump shift would be like if you had diamonds and clubs and a big hand. You open a diamond, your partner bids a heart, and you jump shift into 3 clubs. That would also be game forcing. Jump shifts need to be game forcing. So opening a diamond with the intent to bid spades on the back end. I don't really want to get involved with the east hand since I'm vulnerable against knot and I don't have much of a hand and I don't have much of a suit. South would bid a heart. West, having passed initially and having 5-5 in the unbid suits here, could pretty reasonably bid 1 no trump, unusual. Let's walk through just to make sure why that can't be natural. If West weren't a passed hand, let's say North just dealt opened and dealt a diamond, dealt and opened 1 diamond, and South bid a heart, and now West bid 1 no trump, I suggest you play that natural. That's a good hand with diamond and heart stoppers, and hopefully a source of tricks, something like 16 to 18. There are some people who play that, what's called a sandwich no trump, an unusual no trump. But if you're not a passed hand, I actually suggest you just play that 16 to 18 strong. When you're a passed hand, okay, back here, we've already said I don't have an opening hand. So now 1 no trump can't be natural, and it's used more effectively as a weak takeout bid, like a shapely takeout bid. So I bid 1 no trump here as West. North, assuming you're playing support doubles really are a convention you want to add. North can double here to suggest 3-card heart support. Also, North just has a ton of high card points. So even if you weren't playing something conventional here, double is the bid by North. So anytime the auction goes, great by me, banana by partner, and they bid something on my right. Okay, when it's openers rebid, a double shows 3 of partners bananas. Okay, here just 3 hearts. East definitely wants to bid 2 clubs. East has a clear preference for clubs. And again, like, nobody at the table is necessarily going to think you have a good hand. You're just saying the penalty is going to be less severe in 2 clubs than it is in 2 spades. South doesn't really have anything else to say, I don't think. West has said his piece. And we come back around to North with the huge hand. So we've either got to get to a game or penalize them. I don't like the idea of penalizing them, even though the vulnerability is kind of attractive for that. So the question is, how do we get to a game here? I'm pretty sure that my partner only has 4 hearts because she didn't compete to 2 hearts after East bid 2 clubs. I would expect her to do that most of the time if she had 5 hearts, because then she would know the partnership has an 8-card heart fit. I've already let her know with the support double how many hearts I have. So the fact that she hasn't competed to 2 hearts here makes me think she's only on 4 hearts. So what can I do to help out with what the contract should be here? I'm also going to rule out spades. That's a suit that it sounds like there's 5 of on my right from the 1 no trump unusual call. So I don't think hearts is right. I don't think spades is right. I know I need a hall pass to bid 5 of minor. So I guess the things that we can keep in play here are 3 no trump and 6 diamonds. I guess 4 hearts on the 4-3 might not be so bad either. You would be taking the club roughs in the north hand. Don't know what to do. So what do I do when I don't know what to do? How about I Q bid their suit? And what's the most natural thing South could do here? I think show some diamond support, show some delayed diamond support. And now it's going to come back to North. And we've still got this idea of should we be playing 4 hearts on a 4-3, 3 no trump, 6 diamonds. I'm going to rule out 5 diamonds. You're just aiming for such a small target when you play 5 diamonds. I know they're going to lead clubs. The question is, am I going to have 9 tricks? Let's say that the diamonds run. This would mean that I need the queen of diamonds and a side king from partner. That's a pretty decent bet, I suppose. I've already shown her the 3 hearts. I've shown her that I have a huge hand that I'm not sure about. So I guess it's kind of implied that I'm not sure about this 3 no trump call. Like I didn't make it over 2 clubs. So I think this is a reasonable way to conduct this auction. And as South, I see no reason why you would overrule it. It looks like they're going to lead clubs. We're going to get a club trick, a couple of hearts, a couple of spades for sure. 5 diamonds gets us to 10. And I think it's probably worth risking the overtrick here to finesse the jack of spades, just because we almost know for sure that West has 5 spades on the auction. So we assume that there are 5 on our right, 5 with West, and 1 spade with East. And I think this is probably a finesse that's worth taking at match points. So we would end up with 2 hearts, 3 spades, ace of clubs, 5 diamonds. That's 11 tricks. Let's look at the scorecard here. 11 tricks would get you 41.7%. And 10 tricks would get you 16.7%. So the overtrick is worth a lot here. I see there's some 520s. Did I miss something, or are we maybe making 7? There is no squeeze. I think everything's just supposed to be making 6, so maybe it was defensive errors. Show double dummy. All right, a heart lead. Okay, a heart lead will lead to, you can just win the 10 of hearts now, or if they lead the queen or the jack, the idea would be to win it with the ace, and then you could finesse the 10 on the way back. So a heart lead will lead to, making 520 here. But otherwise, I think we're headed for 460 and about 41.7%. Notice that if you're in 5 diamonds here, you are going to lose 1 trick. You're going to score 5 diamonds. 3 spades is 8. Ace king of hearts is 10. The ace of clubs is 11. And we can rough a spade in the dummy for 12. Yep. They could also lead a heart. If they led the queen of hearts, like partner West will get a rough at trick 1, but I think all the leads are going to lead towards 6 diamonds. But anyway, this is a really long-winded way of saying if you're in 5 diamonds here, you're going to score up 420, and that's going to be a 0%. Note that. You either need to play 3 no trump or 6 diamonds on this, right? 420 is a 0. It's literally a 0 for bidding a game here. Whereas if you bid 6 diamonds and make it, you're at 83%. Don't fall into the trap of thinking 420 is going to be enough on a deal like this. Your targets in general need to be either 3 no trump or 6 diamonds. I'm okay with trying to play 4 hearts on the 4-3 fit. Here it would work out spectacularly poorly because the trumps are 6-0. And kind of the auction told you that the hearts might be breaking pretty badly if they get in there with a 1 no trump bid with the West hand. All right, that was a good hand. And guys, I'll do as many hands as I can. I got about half an hour left here, so we'll get to as much as we can. This is a pass, followed by a pass, followed by a pass. 15 balanced. Actually, it's not balanced. 5 hearts and 4 spades. So we want to open a heart with the south hand. Goes pass. We're going to bid a no trump as north because we don't have heart support or primary heart support. We don't have 4 spades. 1 no trump should be not forcing by a passed hand or semi-forcing, if you want to say that. So north can bid 1 no trump here. And south kind of has an awkward rebid. Like this would be a super awkward rebid if partner weren't a passed hand and you were playing a forcing no trump, because you don't have enough to reverse into two spades, but your other options are to rebid a 5-card minor or to bid a 2-card or 5-card heart suit or a 2-card minor. Both of those are kind of yuck. Here, I think, I'm going to use the information that my partner is a passed hand and just take advantage of that pass in one no trump. Okay, I've got 15. Partner couldn't open the bidding. Again, that's a small gain for opening light, is that you can have a little bit extra like you do here as South. And if partner was not able to open the bidding or raise hearts or bid one spade, you can be pretty confident that it's okay to stop shy of game here at the one level. And no reason to balance there. We have a pass followed by one diamond. It's a 12 count, 5-4, open all of those. If the vulnerability were reversed, I would certainly consider making a 3 club preemptive jump over call or blocking jump over call here with South. I don't like the fact that we're red and they're white, so I think I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. West would bid a spade. West is definitely forcing to a game. Slam might even be in the picture depending on what partner's rebid is. Let's talk about the options for East here. First of all, you've got to rule out 2 hearts. 2 hearts is a reverse. You don't have near enough hand for that. You also want to rule out 1 no trump. You don't have a balanced hand. When you rebid 1 no trump, it should be one of the balanced shapes: 4-3-3, 4-4-3-2, 5-3-3-2, 6-3-2-2 if your 6 is a minor. And here it could also be 5-4-2-2 if you had 5 diamonds and 4 hearts. Those are the shapes that could reasonably rebid 1 no trump here. So all that stuff's out. I don't want to show any extra values because I, just have a bare minimum opening hand. I can't bid 2 clubs. I want a 3-card suit. So just by process of elimination here, I think my rebid is 2 diamonds. Now as West, I would think, okay, you definitely need to get to a game. The possibilities are probably just 4 spades, 6 diamonds, and 3 no trump. And I'm pretty wary of 3 no trump because I have nothing in the 2 suits that we haven't bid yet. And I've got ace king third of the suit that partner has opened and rebid. So the question is, how would I elicit more information from partner here? Or do I care? Like, do I just want to play 4 spades, even if partner has, potentially a void or a singleton? I think I can, maybe keep everything in the fairway here by rebidding 3 clubs. This is a new suit by responder. It should be forcing. The general message on bids like this should be, hey, I'm making a forcing bid. It's really not all that likely that I'm trying to get us to clubs, right? So just keep on bidding. Try to make your most natural rebid. And as East now, I have a stopper in the heart suit. I don't like my support for spades. I think I would just try 3 no trump as East. And now the question is, should West continue over this? I think probably we know enough to think that 3 no trump is not going to be right. So if we continue with 4 spades at this point, what have we told partner? I was going to bid 4 spades all along, even when you didn't raise. And I've suggested that I'm not 100% sure about this contract. So either 5 diamonds is safe, or I want you to potentially cooperate with getting us to more spades, I guess would be the message here. So can West reasonably bid 4 diamonds over 3 no trump? Maybe. I mean, if you trust your partner should know that 5 diamonds isn't really a reasonable target at match points, just because of, what I just showed you on the previous board, or on board 3, about how poorly 5 diamonds scored. I think probably you should be able to bid 4 diamonds here. It's got to be forcing, right? We made a forcing bid, and now we're bidding 4 diamonds. I think this has got to be forcing. And East is like, ugh, what do I do now? Do I go back to 4 no trump? 4 no trump at this point should be to play. Do I potentially bid 4 spades? That should still be an offer to play 4 spades. I think with 2 aces and with 1 trump, maybe we can bid 4 spades here and suggest it. And that would probably be it. Now, this is kind of a tough auction here. If you get to 4 spades, you are going to be losing only trump tricks. So the idea would be at some point you lead a spade towards the king, queen, jack. If they fly the ace, it's going to be lights out. You're just going to have the 1 trump loser. If they don't fly the ace, the first spade trick is going to go 3 to the 7, play the king, the highest of equals, and North's going to follow with the 4. And now it's going to be a question of whether you try to play for 10 doubleton or ace doubleton. So if you wanted to play for 10 doubleton, you would continue with high spades like the queen. If you wanted to play for ace doubleton, which is the holding that exists here, the idea would be to play a low spade from both hands. So in spades, we're going to score up either 450 or 480, depending on if South flies the ace of spades and or how good a guesser we are on the second round, because you can legitimately make 6 spades on this hand. How would no trump have done? No trump would score 5 diamond tricks, the ace of clubs for 6. We would have to knock out the ace of spades because we don't have 9 tricks without it. Here, unfortunately, the ace of spades would be with the long club hand. So assuming they leg clubs, no trump is in a bunch of trouble. It doesn't have 9 tricks. In diamonds, what could we do? In diamonds, we could lose the ace of spades. We don't have a whole lot of entries. So if we knocked out the ace of spades and drew trump ending in the dummy, we could get up to 5 diamonds, ace of clubs, 2 hearts, potentially 2 spades. I think if we guessed everything perfectly, we could make 6 diamonds. But again, don't be in 5 diamonds on hands like these. And it turns out 4 spades is the best place. And this is one auction that might have, cooperatively got you to that. I think the important parts are, first of all, 3 clubs has to be forcing. Second of all, 4 diamonds has to be forcing. And when we're groping around for a contract in auctions like these, 4 of previous major always needs to be like an offer to play that contract. And I think East did pretty well to judge here. Hey, maybe just the singleton spade and the 2 aces, the 2 quick tricks on the outside, are enough to suggest I don't hate life if you want to play 4 spades. Here we have 2 passes followed by a balanced 14 count. Can I count? I can. Is there any reason to upgrade this to 15? Well, yeah, the club suit, but against that, it's kind of soft values. I don't have the 9 of clubs. I've got this doubleton queen. I don't see any reason to upgrade this to 15. So I'm just going to open a club. As North, given that my partner couldn't open the bidding, I'm not ready to just forget about game here. It's possible we can still make 4 spades. The reason I'm going through this is because if I didn't think it were possible for us to still have game aspirations, I would be much more inclined to make a blocking bid of 2 spades here rather than keeping the bidding low with 1 spade, which I think is my choice here. East makes a negative double, says I have enough to bid, and I have the unbid major. I have one or both of 4 hearts. And, well, let's think about it the other way. The double definitely focuses on any unbid major, okay? So here, hearts. I have to have at least 4 hearts for this double. And it used to be the case that, it talked about diamonds too, but I think everyone can agree that hearts is the important suit for East-West to know about here, and diamonds certainly takes a backseat to that. So the double talks about hearts. There's another way we could talk about hearts, which is we could bid 2 of them, right? And the 2 checklist items that we would have to bid 2 hearts are 10 high card points and 5 card heart length. So when we make a negative double, it's like saying, I fail one or both of those tests. I want to tell you about hearts, but I can't bid 2 hearts because I don't have Woolworths. I don't have 5 and dime. I don't have 5 hearts and 10 points. So that's how I would think about the negative double here. As south, we have a 4-3-3 potential point count trap. We have poor trumps. We do have 2 aces. If I count up the losers, it is 3, 5.5, 8.5. I think I'm just going to content myself with a raise to 2 spades here. We certainly want to raise spades. It's a question of whether we show invitational or single raise values. And to me, this is more a single raise values hand. West doesn't have anything else to say. Neither does North. Is East, the question is, do I make another double or do I bid 3 clubs? Certainly partner doesn't have 4 hearts. If West had 4 hearts, he would have bid 3 hearts at this point. So let's see. Should it be double or should it be 3 clubs? I think it should just be double. And this is just, it's a takeout double. We don't sell out to 2 spades when they want to play there. We have short spades. We have a reasonable hand. The question is just whether we want to make another double or bid 3 clubs. I think both of them are kind of reasonable. The good thing about doubling 2 spades is it keeps more things alive. Like it keeps the possibility of partner passing the double in play. And now as West, I just kind of want to throw up. What are my options? I could bid 3 clubs. I could leave the double in. I don't love leaving the double in with just King Jack 8 of their trump suits. I think I'm going to rule that one out. I never really want to bid 2 no trump natural here. If I had any inclination to do that, I would just pass the double of 2 spades and hope for the best. One reason I'm not keen on passing the double of 2 spades is that my opponents are not vulnerable. I would be much more likely to gamble if they were vulnerable and I thought I could get 200 points for a 1-trick set and therefore beat all the part scores east-west, right? So I'm going to rule out 2 no trump. I'm ruling out pass. I can't bid 3 hearts. That's ridiculous. So I think, again, just process of elimination, I'm coming back to 3 clubs. At this point as North, I would go ahead and bid 3 spades because I know there are 9 trumps and we should compete to the 3 level when we have 9 trumps and they push us there. There is perhaps an argument for I should have done it on the previous round of the bidding. Like maybe I should have just bid 3 spades blocking to begin with, since I knew that I was going to bid 3 spades later on. And I think at this point, East-West should consider their job done. They got North-South to the 3 level and off the 2 level, and you've recovered like most of your equity here. Okay, so we're just going to pass 3 spades. How's it doing? We lose about 3 diamonds. And probably going to lose a trump trick, although if we played perfectly, we could lead a spade to the 10 and a spade to the queen. So I think perfect play actually leads to making 4 here. We'll check the double dummy. Yep, all of them have a little green 1, which means 1 over trick. If we check the score slip on 6, that's 14. 6. If you get 170 as north-south, you are getting a 79%. If you get 140, which I think is, probably a pretty good score to attain and a practical, reasonable score to attain, you're going to get 66.7%. Okay. On to the next board. We have a pass followed by a pass, followed by a diamond with 2 5-card suits that we want to bid. We're going to start with the higher ranking. I bid 2 no trump when faced with this problem last night. It is clubs and hearts. I'm a little bit worried about the quality of my hand. I'm a little bit worried about the vulnerability, but when I've got 5-5 shape and we have a chance to not commit past the 3 level, generally I'm going to do it if I'm on the fence. So I'm bidding 2 no trump here. South has a 9 count with diamond support. I think probably the best thing you can do is bid 3 diamonds. And my partner used some great hand evaluation here and jumped to 4 hearts, right? He's got 4 trumps. He's got a singleton in my other suit. He's got the king, queen of spades, the ace of diamonds. This is a really good hand, and it should fit very well with mine. Okay, so he went ahead and bid 4 hearts. That ended the auction. I don't think there was any way for them to beat this. I think it was just a club and 2 hearts. Let's confirm this with the double dummy. Yep. And if we go to my table, board 7, we got a 95% for being in the game here. Okay, so kudos to Henry for putting us in 4 hearts there. If you're in 3 hearts and get a 170, you're getting a pretty decent score too, right? So move on to 8 here. I need to take a moment's break, so I'll be back with you guys in just a second. All right, guys, back for board 8 here. Got a couple of passes followed by a 21 count with 5 diamonds and 4 spades. I can tell you that last night when I held this hand, I treated it as 22 and I opened 2 clubs. Partner bid 2 diamonds waiting. I followed up with 2 no trump. Following through my plan here, this should be like 22 to 24. And I suggest strongly that when you employ the strong 2 club convention, this is the only rebid that you play as not forcing to game. So partner could potentially pass with a shapeless 0 to 3 point hand here. But certainly my partner has enough to just bid Stamen. So we're going to pass here. Yeah, let's talk about what the plan here is as responder. We certainly want to get to a game, right? So one idea that we could use is we could transfer to hearts and then bid 3 spades. That would be what I would do here. If you bid 3 clubs, everything's going to be fine if partner bids 3 hearts or 3 spades. And I'm just assuming you're using normal Stamen here. If you bid 3 diamonds, we would now need to have an agreement about whether we're playing Smolin or not here. So like how we would still show 5 hearts. Anyway, the 2 potential paths you could go down here, but we need to make sure we uncover all of our 8 card major fits. My partner chose to just bid 3 clubs. I hit him with 3 spades. He raised a 4, and it was a super easy board here. They didn't lead a heart, so I'm just going to be able to make 6 on this board, and we'll move on to 9. This is pass. The east hand is pretty cheesy, but I suggest you open the bidding aggressively, so start with a diamond. It went pass. West is going to bid a heart with a 4-card heart suit. Pass. East has an easy raise to 2 hearts. Pass, and West has, I think, an easy bid of 4 hearts. Even if it's potentially in play that my partner would raise on 3 hearts here, that would mean that he has a singleton in one of the black suits. And even with 7 trumps, I would want to be playing 4 hearts if he has a singleton in one of the black suits. So not too worried about whether he has 3 or 4 hearts here. Not going to use any fancy conventions to uncover that, even if I've got the ability. And I'm just bidding 4 hearts. And we kind of have our second straight easy auction, which is convenient because I'm running out of time. Check, followed by 16 with a 5-4 shape, starts with a club. We're going to bid our 4-card majors up the line here. It's a 12 count. So it looks like probably an invitational hand if partner makes a minimum rebid. As south here, I would bid a spade. The way I like to play is that this shows it's natural. It shows 4 spades. It shows less than I would need to jump shift into 2 spades. But remember, like the bar for that's pretty high. So 1 spade is, say, between 11 and 18 or 19 here. It's not very tightly defined as far as point count. But the important thing is I want to be denying a balanced hand when I rebid a spade here. Saving all my balanced hands, either putting them into a no trump opening or a no trump rebid. So I want partner to be able to draw the inference that when I conduct this auction, I am suggesting an unbalanced hand. And I think from there, it's pretty easy. North should just raise to 4 spades. And I will tell you that I guess, practically speaking, I would probably be done with this hand as South. You do have some extra values. Like certainly you would have conducted the same auction without one of the round aces. So I think there's an argument for going slamming here, investigating a slam with 4 no trump, right? All you want to know about is basically the ace and queen of spades. You've got all the side suit stuff. I will tell you that, so there's conflicting thoughts here. Alex Hudson played the South hand here, and he did go on. He bid 4 no trump Blackwood. They got to 6 spades. It made. I will tell you that it turns out to maybe not be a risk taking, a risk worth taking, because if we look at the score slip, you'll see that if you're just in the game and you take all your tricks, 680 is worth 91.7%. So basically you're risking your plus score, which sends you to the bottom of the class, for that extra 8.3%, as it turns out. So sometimes, or a lot of times, my thinking is a declarer who's as capable as Alex would be, I'm in a solid contract. Do I really need to push to a slam here? And honestly, like in a club game, the answer would often be no. You can think of it as like you're risking your edge in declare play by putting all your marbles on a thin slam, like putting all your chips on, putting all your horses in, putting all your what do they say, eggs in that basket. Whereas I think, if I think that 6 spades might make, why don't I just play 4 spades and make 12 tricks when the rest of the field is making 11? And the score slip is like the proof in the pudding. Everyone's making 11 and 10 tricks here in spades. So if you've got that declare play advantage, certainly like Alex does, that's actually an argument for not bidding the slam here, because you can just get the top board by taking your 12 tricks. And it was pretty interesting to play here. He ended up squeezing my partner in. My partner actually had the minor suit guard. So let's actually let you guys see this declare play. This is pretty cool. Now let's export it to a hand viewer link. If I click that, we can watch Alex at play here. So he was in 6 spades. Partner led a diamond to his ace. Alex started the trumps, continued diamonds. So he roughed that. Can we, let's hide played cards. Yeah, that's much cleaner. Roughed that. He ended up going out to the heart to pull the last trump, ran the hearts, and watch what happens to my partner when he plays the jack of hearts. My partner gets squeezed between, he has to keep the king of diamonds, right? Because he sees the jack and the dummy. So he ends up having to pitch down to 2 clubs. And at that point, Alex's clubs were good. So well played by a very skillful declare, one of the best in the field, if not the best. But again, the competing thought with that is, if you're going to score one more trick than the rest of the field, you don't need to bid the slam. The 680 is 91.7%. On to 11. And I think we're going to cut this short at 12 boards here. So we'll do this in one more. Certainly, if you have a hand that you want to talk about, send me a note. I can do something quick for one board if there was one super interesting board that you'd like to hear about. So we're going to start with a club. West would overcall a diamond. North wants to mention the 6-card heart suit here, even with only 4 high card points. As East, I want to let my partner know I have a good hand with support for diamonds. The way I do that is by bidding, Q-bidding one of their suits. The question is, which one is which? People sometimes have complicated understandings for this. I would sort of like to play that 2 clubs is the way to do it here. I don't super want to get into why, but I think that I would want to use 2 hearts here, maybe potentially as natural. So that's why I'm going to bid 2 clubs here. So we'll go pass. As West, I have 3, 5, 5.5, 6 losers. It's a minor. I have the heart stopped. I don't have the club stopped. We're a long way away from an 11 trick game. I think I would content myself with rebidding 2 diamonds here. And as East, I would want to give him like one more shot to bid this maybe. And perhaps that would be the end of things. I don't know. One more. Here we have a pass, followed by 1 spade. I think South is just barely good enough to bid 2 hearts here. It's close as to whether this is a pass or 2 hearts. We'll go pass. East should make a takeout double. It'll protect his partner in case he's got a penalty double of hearts. With such poor trumps here, I would just go back to 2 spades as West. And that should really be the end of the auction, right? Okay, anyway, guys, hope you found this auction review of the first 12 boards from Tuesday night helpful. Hope you are playing with us at the RBC on Thursday night. Hope you're getting a lot out of these videos and enjoying your bridge at the table with your favorite partners. And I'm going to see you again on Friday with a new video drop. Thanks again for all the support, and thanks to our new patron, Pirate Ship member, Susie Goldberg. All right, guys, have a great Wednesday and Thursday. I will see you back here Friday morning. Ciao for now.